Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We are going to be playing with another eyeshadow palette. What I have in front of me is from Beige Cosmetics. This is the brand new ZODIAC Love Signs palette. I am so excited to dive into this and create a look. I have not done anything with it. It's been sitting in my room for a couple of days now. I have been waiting for my opportunity to sit down and film and do a full review for you guys on this palette. I am a sucker for eyeshadows. It's probably what I own the most of, along with brushes. Those two things are just like my weakness. I feel like I can never have enough, which is totally funny. Side note, I recently decluttered 20, no joke, 20 eyeshadow palettes out of my collection that just weren't getting used, and I wanted them to find a good home, so I brought them to some of the ladies at work and they were ecstatic. So I am glad that they're being used, but nonetheless, I got rid of 20 so I could import 20 more, and this is the first one to add to my collection at this point since I have cleaned everything out, is this palette here. Now, Beige Cosmetics released their original ZODIAC palette, I want to say a year-ish ago. Maybe it hasn't been that long. I didn't pick that palette up, but I figured, you know what? This one looks beautiful, and the colors and the color story is right up my alley. I thought this would be a perfect opportunity. I am a huge fan of BH shadows. I think that they are fantastic for the money. They're probably arguably the best affordable, or I'd say the category of affordable, what you would say compared to most shadows that I have tested thus far. ColourPop is amazing, but there is something about BH Cosmetics and the value and how much you get. They have such imagination behind their palettes. I feel like there are so many different colors to choose from. To me, I feel like they're very innovative. They do not come out with just boring run-of-the-mill palettes over and over and over again. I feel like they're always releasing something new, and that excites me about the brand. We will be creating a look with this. We'll do some swatches. I also picked up one of their new brush collections. This is their White Studded Elegance. I think that's a weird name, but whatever, because it comes with this really cute brush holder right here, and it's just got 12 really nice brushes. I am a huge fan of a BH Cosmetics brush. It came from like their pink marble collection. I don't have it in front of me right now, but it's this very tiny but fluffy crease brush, and oh my god, is it a godsend for my hooded almond-shaped eyes. It just fits in my crease beautifully. I could literally create an entire look using that brush alone, and I see one that is very similar to that brush in this collection. So we will be using these brushes to create the look. So yeah, with all of that being said, let's just go ahead and get started and jump into the video. Right, so here is the palette right here. This is the ZODIAC Love Signs palette. It comes with 24 eyeshadows and 1 highlighter. I think this packaging is adorable. I absolutely love it. And I actually like that it's square shaped. Again, like I said, BH Cosmetics being different. You do get a nice mirror on the inside, as you can see here. Open it up, and then you have all of the shades on the inside with the highlighter being in the center. I absolutely love every single shade in this palette. I feel like this was like all of my favorite palettes came together, had a baby, and then this was the end result. I love that you have the baked formula on the outside, so these are going to be all of your metallic glitter shades. Then you have a correlating matte shade in this second row, and then again right in the center is the highlight shade, so you can use that on the inner corners, highlight on the cheekbones, whatever you wish. I honestly have no clue what look I'm going to create, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a photo of some swatches right here just so you can kind of get an idea of how they look on the skin. These mattes swatched beautifully. They are so buttery smooth and pigmented. BH Cosmetics has really been nailing it with their matte formula, and I feel like every time I pick up a new palette from them, it's like the formula just keeps getting better and better and better. And like I said, for the price, I'm like, how? You've got to be joking me. They are so good. Their formulas are paraben free, which I think is fantastic. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, and let's just go for it. Let's create a look together. I am using my favorite eyeshadow primer. I mentioned this in one of my videos and I forgot. I'm gonna reach in my drawer here. Here it is. You guys asked me on my last video, and I swear I kept meaning to put it in the description box when I reviewed the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette. But this is the eyeshadow primer I've been using. I got this in a BoxyCharm. No joke, this is arguably the best eyeshadow primer I have tried thus far. It does just enough to kind of cancel out any color on the lid, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, colors are just so vibrant on top of it. You don't even really need to set it down, and shadows just lay beautifully beautifully on top. All right, you guys, what color are we going to go with? I'm like, you know, part of me just is like really loving this here and like Pisces over here. Let's do that. I think I'm just gonna create kind of like a deep, smoky, just warm eyeshadow look. I haven't done one of those on my channel in a while. So I'm gonna start with this brush here from the collection. This is the number 6 brush. And I'm just gonna start off by dipping into, I think, there really isn't too much of a very like neutralized base shade in here. The lightest shade is obviously either going to be like this one right here from Scorpio, or then this one right here, Cancer. And I think I'm going to go in with this one right here just to start. Isn't really any kick up at all. So I'm going to go ahead and start by brushing that kind of all over the lid and in the crease. This is kind of like a pukey brown shade. I can't, at the name pukey, that's what it reminds me of in the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's definitely like a poopy brown color. I don't really know how I feel about it. It's light enough to where it might just enhance whatever else I put into the crease. And now I think I'm gonna go into this shade here, Leo, the matte shade. So now I'm gonna work that into the crease as well. Now that is a really pretty shade. I love that. I like to layer like 900 shadows in my crease. You guys, it's really not totally necessary, but I do it. Do you guys see how effortless this is? These just lay on the lid like a dream. I have to say that. I know that's like an overused term, but it looks so beautiful. The mattes, they're just so pigmented and they just blend with ease. And I know I say it a lot, but there are some very expensive palettes out there that don't blend like this, which I don't get it. It's like, you guys could learn something from BH Cosmetics and their little $24 palette or however much this was, because seriously, are you joking? Are you joking? This is beautiful. Now I think I want to go in a little bit more, even a little bit more orange. I'm going to go in with Virgo right here. Shout out to my fiance because he's a Virgo. My youngest sister is a Leo and I'm a Capricorn. Let me know down below what your sign is. Oh, it's funny because Virgo and Capricorn seem to be on the opposite sides of the color wheel, which means those colors could possibly go really good together. I honestly knew that this palette would blend like gorgeously, like just from the swatches from the mattes. I just want to blend these edges out just a little bit. I'm gonna use this larger blending brush. This is the number 5. I'm just gonna kind of go along the edges here. Who's texting me? I never have my notification sounds on. All right, and now that we are nice and blended, I wanna start working more into the crease and deepen that up a bit. So I'm gonna take this number 7 brush right here, and I think I'm gonna pick up this darker brown shade right here from Pisces, and I'm gonna put that more in the center. Wrong brush. It's this brush that I want, the smaller one. This is the number 8. I'm gonna work that into the crease just to kind of deepen it up. So this is one of those brushes that I was talking about that I love from BH, that it's small enough and detailed enough, but doesn't make any harsh lines with shadow. It's just so perfect if you are someone with hooded or almond shaped eyes. It is fantastic. Now this brush set, just to kind of review it as we're going here, I like it so far. The brush hairs are very soft. They are synthetic. They do not feel cheap by any means, and they're really pretty to look at, and they're gonna look really pretty right behind me on my vanity. I'm kind of a sucker for like white and gold and white and silver lately, which is why I absolutely love the Jaclyn Hill brush set so much. I just think it's like aesthetically pleasing. It's so pretty. All right, so now that we have deepened up the crease, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade Taurus, using the same brush. We're gonna deepen up the outer corners. I wanna get a good idea of how these work, so I'm trying to use as many of the matte shades as possible. I don't have any fallout either. I do wanna note that I don't see any fallout. Everything is just blending so nice. Makes it really easy too, because these mattes are very pigmented, but they're, to me, the perfect amount of pigment. They're not so crazy that you're gonna have to spend a ton of time blending, but I think this is nice for someone who's just as the everyday makeup wearer. That's kind of who I like to cater to as well, you know? now. I have a job that I work, you know, 40 hours a week. I'm on the go. I want makeup that is easy and effortless. I don't have to, you know, pack onto the lid, take a different brush, blend it out. And you know, those shadows are perfectly fine. Doesn't mean that that's a bad thing per se, but I want something that's just easy to use. So now I need to decide, do I want to deepen up the outer corner even just a little bit more, or do I want to just start focusing on the lid? And you know what? I think I want to deepen up this outer corner just a tad more. I'm going to pick up the darker shade right here, Sagittarius. That would be time for me to mention that my sister, who I'm only 11 months older than, she's a Sagittarius. I need to figure out what I want all over the lid. What would look beautiful with this? Let's take Leo, this shade right here. We'll hit it with some setting spray. I'm just gonna start packing that on the lid. That is a gorgeous, like, orangey metallic shade. I am in love. And to be honest, I don't think I have a shade like this in my collection. I thought this was just gonna be like a very basic, like, coppery shade, but I stand corrected. And this brush is really nice for packing on. Wow. And bringing that right up into the crease just to give like the effect of like a larger lid. I think I'm gonna take this more precise brush right here. This is the, what is this, number 11. And then I'm gonna dip into the shade Virgo right here. I'm gonna put that just right in the center, just to see if that like brightens it up a little bit. Let's see. That looks so pretty right there, just right in the inner corner. I'm gonna hit it like that. This brush is perfectly shaped for what I'm doing right now. Now let's work on that lower lash line. I think I'm gonna take the same brush I was just using, and I'm gonna start off by dipping into the shade Leo again. Right, and then I'm gonna go back into a deeper shade. Let's go ahead and pick up the shade right here from Taurus. Same brush. I'm gonna focus that more on the outer corner of the eye, the lower lash line on the outer part. Absolutely stunning. I am super in love with this look right now. Let's go ahead and work on this inner corner. It looks like I got a little bit of shadow there. I'm gonna dip right into the center, the highlight shade, again using the same brush, cleaning it off with my color switch and picking up some of that highlight shade. Doesn't have a name, it's just right in the center, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hit right in the inner corner and kind of drag it a little bit right on the bottom lash line. I really like this brush. Usually I don't like stiff brushes like this, but this one has some good uses. It's perfect. And then let's do the same thing right on the brow bone just for some glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara, maybe put some eyeliner in the lower lash line. I kind of have an idea for some liner in the waterline here. I'm thinking I might put like a pop of teal in there. I'm not quite sure, but with that being said, I will be right back. All right, so here's the completed eye look. I used some Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on the lashes. I really wanted like fluffy, volumed, just blown out lashes, and this is my favorite mascara for that, so I think that my lashes look fabulous. I went ahead and did something a little bit different than I intended in the waterline. I used a nude liner. I think it actually paired really cool with this and almost made it like kind of like monochromatic, and it just kind of made this eye look pop along with that highlighter shade right in the center and on the brow bone. I just think this eye look is absolutely stunning. Like I said, it looks very basic, but once you get some of these shadows on your lids, the undertones are a little bit different. Like, to be honest, all these shades that I used are just that much different than things that I already have in my collection that make it look very unique to me, and I absolutely am loving it. So let's move on to the last part of this. I'm gonna take this number 3 brush from the collection, and I'm gonna pick up some of that highlighter, and then we are going to hit the top of the cheekbones because I need some highlight. So this highlight does have a glitter in it, so if you don't like chunky highlights, this might not be for you. But it doesn't look like it's really showing up on the skin. That is actually really pretty. Wow, that is stunning. When you swatch this, it looks a lot more intense. That is beautiful on the skin. And this brush is really nice for highlighting. It's a kind of a thicker brush. Now I will say what I like about this highlighter is it's not exaggerating any texture. I don't need to use much, and it just gives you that beautiful like glow. That is gorgeous. Let's do just a little bit down the nose. That is an absolutely gorgeous highlight. I am in love with that. All right, you guys, so overall, this palette is a hit. So far with the colors that I have used, I am in love. The mattes did not disappoint. These metallics are like, bam, if you get them wet, they are like next level reflective, dimensional. They're just absolutely stunning. Everything that I used blended like a dream. We dipped into quite a few shades. We used the deeper Sagittarius matte shade. We even dipped into the Pisces matte, the Taurus matte shade, the Cancer matte shade, the Leo matte shade, the Virgo matte shade, and then the Virgo metallic, Leo metallic, and then we used the highlighter. So I think we got a pretty good idea and got quite a bit on the eyes to get a good consensus on this palette. And then of course, this highlight is gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I am in love with this palette and I can definitely see myself reaching for this over and over again. I can't wait to play with some of these brighter shades and some of these pinks down here. I'm really inspired by it and that's what I love. So this palette is a hit. So here's the surprise part of the video. I am going to be giving away a Zodiac Love Signs palette. As you can see, there's 2 of them here. So I have a brand new unopened palette in its sleeve right here to give away to one of my beautiful subscribers. I did say that I was going to try to do a couple of giveaways for my 5,000 subscribers, kind of celebration, and of course it's Christmas, so I wanted to give back. So I picked up an additional palette to give to you guys. That's pretty risky because I bought 2 of these without even knowing that this one was going to be good, but like I said, it's BH. Their shadows are bomb. Their shadows are good. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is a couple of things. Now, the rules for this will be listed in the description box below. This giveaway is going to be open to those in Canada and the US only at this time. All you have to do to enter is give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel or be subscribed to my channel, leave a comment down below, and send an email to the email address that is listed in the description box. All you have to do in the subject line of that email is write your zodiac sign. That's it. If you want to write me a message, you definitely can do that. I love reading things. I know when I've done giveaways like this in the past, you guys have written me some very sweet things and I do read all of them. The giveaway will end in 1 week and will be contacted by email. And then at that point, I will get your mailing details and all of that of where you want me to send this gorgeous, amazing palette. So there you guys have it. Again, before you go, be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up, share it, leave that comment down below, enter the giveaway, be subscribed to my channel, and hit that bell button. I love you guys so, so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, guys.